You're now listening to the Engage the Rockies podcast, your go-to podcast for local and state issues concerning Colorado.
Hello, Rockies. I'm your new host, Sarah Jane Maroney, for the Week in Review for Engage the Rockies. Every Monday, we send out an email with our show notes. However, we managed to not do that last Monday, so apologies for that. This coming Monday, we will have show notes for the previous week and this week's Week in Review. Please do sign up for our emails at engagetherockies.com. So, first up is e-bikes. And I confess, I have never been on an e-bike. I have only pedaled, but I have friends that have them and say that e-bikes are all the rage, and I'm going to have to get out a little bit more. Don't tell anyone. I've never actually done the incline. Oops. Anyway, e-bikes. So this passed. There is a committee. It passed the committee 4-3. And the committee struggled, this is from an article in the Gazette, struggled to square the suggested definition with the 1997 voter-approved TOPS ordinance, which cleared the way for sales tax portions to fund and acquire land such as Red Rock Canyon, Stratton, and Blodgett open spaces, as well as Ute Valley Park and trails around Pulpit Rock. The ordinance prohibits motorized use on those properties, advocates have argued. However, and I can't imagine taking an e-bike up Pulpit Rock, but I guess you could. That'd be interesting. I have done that one. So there's 3 different classes of e-bike. Class 1, 20 miles per hour with a boost. Class 2, and this is also 20 miles per hour, but I guess there's a throttle activated boost versus pedal assist. I don't know. I don't know enough about e-bikes. And then there's a class 3, 28 miles per hour. Whoa, these people are flying. But evidently, according to this article, there was quite a bit of contention with the definitions, with trying to figure out what that meant. And then Tom Lahocki, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, representing El Paso County Parks Board, told the City Parks Board, the decision you're making today is really pretty simple. You're either going to encourage physical activity or you're going to discourage physical activity. But then a bunch of people talk about how you ride an e-bike and whether you're a nice bike rider or you plow people over, I guess is the way it goes. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've never been on an e-bike, but this is big news here. And if you have an e-bike, I want pictures of you going up Pulpit Rock with it. Please post them below. Moving on to the Rock Rimmon Library. And this is a little closer for home for me because I actually live in Rock Rimmon. And it's quite sad. However, did you know that the rent on the Rock Rimmon Library is $242,000 per year? Dang. That's a lot of money. And then they had $25,000 worth of utilities and interior maintenance. I guess that's keeping the lights on. So the PPLD is going to be saving $300,000. However, I do know that quite a few people went and spoke to the county commissioners on Tuesday as they have oversight over the PPLD, and lots of people are upset. Which it's been here since 1989. So a long, long time. And they're citing, now this is interesting to me, of the 10 employees, none of them are going to lose their jobs. They're all just going to be relocated to either 21C or East. And part of the plan, and the reason that the PPLD board said this, is that there are multiple libraries within 6 miles of the Rock Rimmon location. So they're sort of saying, well, you can get to a library, which, you know, like I said, I live here and it's 3 minutes from my house and I'm a little sad about it, but I do think fiscal responsibility is kind of important. So, yeah, that's quite, like I said, the contentious thing. It closes officially on the 1st of December. So if you need to go say goodbye to the Rock Rimmon Library, make sure you get over there before the 1st of December. And all of the materials from the Rock Rimmon Library are going to be relocated to 21C and to East, which, you know, they're not as homey. It was a small, cute little local place. But we got to move on and be fiscally responsible. And the board has taken this decision. And like I said, lots of people, lots of residents are upset. But I don't think it means we can't ever have another Rock Rimmon Library open again. Yeah. It's an interesting topic. Moving on to a little bit further afield. So two of our representatives, Colorado Senator John Hickenlooper has 2 water bills. These are sort of a mystery to me. Basically, and I'll read you the bit about this. This is from an article in Colorado Politics, and I don't quite get this. It says, it was tested between 2015, this is the pilot program, and 2018 and allowed lapses, but it was restarted in 23. However, the program does not require conservation targets. So it's just maybe best practice? I'm not sure. It doesn't even really give you a name for that. Oh no, sorry. Colorado River Basin System Conservation Act. I've always wondered if it's called the Colorado River, why don't we get to keep all the water from that? I guess we need to share with California. His second bill, the Drought Preparedness Act, has also passed, and these are now, they went through the Senate. This is the U.S. Congress, the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee, and now it's going to the full Senate for a final vote on both of those, and those are bipartisan bills. As well as Representative Boebert is presented a zip code bill. And again, here I'm like, I thought everywhere had a zip code. But, and in El Paso County, best I can think of is this could be like Falcon versus Peyton, maybe. So there is a quote here from the Centennial Mayor, Stephanie Pico. Quote, establishing a single zip code for communities would enhance their community identities and address challenges such as emergency management, public safety, business attraction and retention, insurance coverage, and mail delivery, which are beyond the community's control, end quote. And I guess Castle Pines is finding this a wonderful thing as well, that they might have the same situation that we do with Falcon and Peyton. But this has also passed through legislation it has passed committee, or did this pass all the way through? I don't know. I always want to sing that whole "I'm Just a Bill" song because that's how I learned about these things. Oh yes, it passed the House Oversight Committee with unanimous support. And then finally, the last bit of Colorado news that is actually more national news is Lori Smith, a Christian graphic artist and website designer in Colorado, feared she would run afoul of the Colorado Anti-Discrimination Act if she refused to create websites for same-sex weddings through her design company. And she sued the Colorado Civil Rights Commission and the state's attorney general and won. Went all the way to the Supreme Court, and Justice Gorish evidently penned the majority opinion and said, quote, the opportunity to think for ourselves and to express those thoughts freely is among our most cherished liberties and part of what keeps our republic strong, end quote. And then the interesting part about this is the reaction from so it says in this article, and this is Colorado Politics, the Office of Attorney General Phil Weiser confirmed the settlement over fees, but declined to comment. So, again, the act, she's worried that she's going to run afoul of the Colorado Anti-Discrimination Act and sues in advance and wins. So, sometimes there's a lot of conflict in terms of governance and what works and doesn't. Kind of interesting stuff. And that's pretty much it for this week. So, it has been awesome to be here with you, and I will see you all next week. I will say that my predecessor as a military guy and sticks to the script, and I tend to ask a few more questions and have commentary. Well, anyway, let me know about the e-bikes.
Thank you for listening to the Engage the Rockies podcast, your go-to podcast for local and state issues concerning Colorado.